Welcome to the City of Pittsburgh Firefighter Recruit Physical Ability Examination. This video will serve as your instruction for the events of the Physical Ability Examination. They are listed in the exact order in which you will perform them. Please note, there are no breaks or rest periods provided during the sequenced events. Candidates who rest during the sequenced events for 10 seconds will be issued the following warning statement. You must continue on with the event or you will be disqualified from further testing. If candidates do not continue on, they will be disqualified from the event and the entire examination and will be escorted to the exit table. Each event is pass-fail and has an established cutoff time. If you pass each event, you will continue with the sequenced events. If you do not pass each event, you will fail the examination and will not be permitted to continue. Flexibility event. You will stand with your back to the wall and your feet shoulder width apart. On command, you will bend forward while bending your knees only slightly and touch the rectangle on the ground with both hands at the same time. Then you will straighten up and twist and touch the rectangle on the wall with both hands. This is one cycle. The next cycle is the same except that in touching the rectangle on the wall, you will twist in the opposite direction. You will continue to alternate the side to which you twist on each successive cycle. You must perform a certain number of repetitions in the allotted time in order to pass this event. This is a pass-fail event. If you pass this event, you will continue with the sequenced events. If you do not pass this event, you will fail the examination and will not be permitted to continue. Note: both hands must touch the floor at the same time. Both hands must touch the wall at the same time. You must touch inside the marked rectangles. Your knees cannot bend beyond your toes. You must complete 23 repetitions in 30 seconds. Donning the weighted vest. This is not an event. Those candidates who pass the flexibility event will go on to the sequenced events. Before beginning these events, each candidate will be fitted with a weighted vest weighing 23 pounds. This weighted vest will be worn throughout the remainder of the exam. Please cooperate fully with the person who is assisting you with the vest. Make sure that it fits correctly and as comfortably as possible. You will not be permitted to stop during the exam to adjust the vest. Sequenced events. Victim rescue event. This event will use a 155-pound dummy, approximately 5 feet 5 inches in length. The starting position of the dummy will be a marked line at the head of the dummy. Wearing a weighted vest and gloves, you will stand at the head of the dummy. When the proctor says begin, you will lift the dummy from a lying down position to a sitting position by grasping the loops on the shoulders of the dummy. You will then drag the dummy through a course approximately 110 feet long. The event is complete when the feet of the dummy cross the designated finish line. The entire dummy must cross the finish line. Note: to lift correctly, stoop with your legs slightly wider than the dummy's shoulders. Lean forward, maintaining a straight lower back. You must grasp the loops on the shoulders of the dummy with both hands throughout the event. Using your leg muscles, Lift the weight, keeping the dummy close to your body. You must proceed backwards throughout the event. Forcible entry event. This event will be a simulation of forcible entry, performed by using the Punisher machine. Wearing a weighted vest and gloves, you will stand within a comfortable striking distance of the yellow strike box. With the sledgehammer down and in front of you, when the proctor says begin, you will pick up the 9-pound sledgehammer and hit the 100-pound strike box horizontally, driving it along the distance of the 3.5-foot track. You must keep both hands on the sledgehammer at all times when hitting the strike box. Once you are flush with the outside end, you will then switch angles, leading with your non-dominant hand to hit it back to the starting position. The event is complete when the strike box reaches the starting position and is flush with the outside end. The proctor will say when to stop. Note: you must move the strike box of the Punisher machine by driving it with the sledgehammer. You must not push the strike box along the track. Be sure to hold the sledgehammer firmly. A loose grip will cause discomfort when you make contact with the strike box. You must remain on the same side of the Punisher at all times throughout this event. After successful completion of this event, you will immediately walk briskly to the fire tower for the next event. Stair climb event. Wearing a weighted vest and gloves, you will arrange the straps on the high-rise pack approximately 50 pounds so you are comfortable. You may twist the straps together or leave them loose. You will pick up the high-rise pack from the floor, put it on your preferred shoulder, and move to the marked line on the floor. When the proctor says begin, you will climb 5 flights of stairs until you see the painted 5 on the door in front of you. You will place your hand on the 5, turn around, and go back down the stairs. You will place, not throw, the high-rise pack back on the floor in the same place where you picked it up. The event is complete when the high-rise pack is placed back in the original position. Note: the straps of the high-rise pack must be placed on one of your shoulders throughout the event. A brisk, steady pace is advised. The banister can be used as a guide. It is recommended that you use each step in ascending and descending the stairs and not skip any step in order to perform most efficiently and safely. At the end of the event, you must place, not throw, the high-rise pack down on the floor in the same place where you picked it up. Hose hoist event. In this event, you will hoist a 45 3/4 pound rolled hose from the ground up to the 5th floor window by pulling a 5/8 inch kern mantle rope over a hose roller. Wearing a weighted vest and gloves, you will stand behind the marked line on the floor. When the proctor says begin, you will climb 5 flights of stairs to the 5th floor. When you reach the 5th floor, you will enter the room on the left and go to the window. You will grasp the rope with both hands, and using a hand-over-hand motion, you will pull the rope to raise the hose up to the 5th floor window. You will continue to pull the rope until your hand touches the tape placed on the rope. This tells you that you have hoisted the hose to the 5th floor. You will hold the rope steady until the proctor takes the rope from your hands. You will then go back down to the first floor where this event began. The event is complete when you cross the marked line on the first floor. Note: a brisk, steady pace is advised. The banister can be used as a guide. It is recommended that you use each step in ascending and descending the stairs and not skip any step in order to perform most efficiently and safely. You must be in a standing position while hoisting the hose. However, you may use the foot brace for better leverage. You must use only your hands for hoisting the hose. After you have hoisted the hose to the 5th floor, do not let go of the rope until the proctor takes it from you. When leaving the room to go back downstairs, be careful that your feet do not become entangled with the rope. As a review, the next portion of the video will again show all of the events of the exam in the same order without interruption. First, you will perform the flexibility event touching the square on the floor and the wall behind you. If you complete the minimum number of repetitions required in the allotted time, you will pass and be permitted to continue the exam. Next, you will put on your work gloves and be fitted with a weighted vest, which you will wear throughout the remainder of the sequenced events. Then you will complete the victim rescue event. You will lift the dummy from a lying down position to a seated position by grasping the loops at the shoulder. Then drag the dummy through the 110-foot-long course and across the finish line. Next is the forcible entry event. You will stand within a comfortable striking distance of the yellow strike box. Using a 9-pound sledgehammer, you will hit the 100-pound strike box horizontally, driving it along the distance of the 3.5-foot track. Immediately upon completing the forcible entry event, you will walk briskly to the fire tower. There, you will pick up the 50-pound high-rise pack and carry it on your shoulder as you climb 5 flights of stairs. Place your hand on the door and go back down the stairs and return the high-rise pack to its original position. Finally, you will ascend the 5 flights of stairs again. Enter a room and use a hand-over-hand motion to hoist a 45 3/4 pound rolled hose. When you reach the tape, you will wait for the rope to be taken from you. Then you will go back down the stairs and cross the finish line, thus completing the physical ability examination.